Hey guys, welcome back. This video is about frugal hacks, tips and tricks and things to help you save money. I know everybody is struggling, and it got me thinking, we're constantly trying to find ways to save money, and I'm constantly looking for ideas on how can I save more money, how can I, shortcut something, squeeze a few more pennies here and there. So that's what my video is today. I started thinking of all the things that we do that's just second nature. We've been living off of one income for quite a while, and we're just used to pinching pennies, and things have just gotten to be second nature. So I wanted to share with you the things that we do as a family on a daily basis or weekly basis, just things that are just normal for us. And hopefully there will be something in here, one of these ideas that you have not tried yet that you can try and will be good for your family and help you save a little bit of money. All right, so I'm going to jump right into it. I've got a list. I've got my notebook here. I think the major categories that I have are clothes and food. So I'm going to just jump right into it, and we'll start with the food. All right, the first thing that I thought of was that I make breakfast muffins instead of buying the little mini muffins. My kids love the little mini muffins, the packs that you get. I don't know if I forget what the name brand is, but you get the box that has like the 4 or 5 bags in it, and then those bags only have like 4 little tiny muffins in them. So I could make it even more from scratch, but I figured up the money, and it was a massive amount of difference as far as making muffins with the $1 pack of muffin mix that I get. I think it's Martha White is the brand. I will get a pack of muffin mix that all you add is a half a cup of milk to it, and it makes 6 regular size muffins. But I changed that and I put it in my mini muffin pan, and you get 24 mini muffins. So for the $1, it's usually around $1. I try to get them when they're on sale for like $1 or $1.09 per pack. So $1 pack of muffin mix and a half a cup of milk, and I get 24 mini muffins. I don't know how many is in those boxes. You get 4 little muffins in those packs. So you'd have to have 6 packs of the mini muffins to equal the same thing. And I know that it costs more than $1 or the equivalent of $1 and then a half a cup of milk. So it's saving a lot of money for us for me to just make the muffin mix, and it doesn't take hardly any time at all. All right, next is we buy 2 liters instead of cans or bottles. Now, if it's a sale, I always look at the unit price when I'm grocery shopping, but 9 times out of 10, the 2 liters are going to be a lot cheaper than buying canned drinks. And this is soft drinks, so you could just say you could save even more money and not buy any soft drinks. And we have gotten there. We have really cut back on our soft drinks. But if you're going to buy soft drinks, look at the unit price. 2 liters are a whole lot cheaper 9 times out of 10 than a pack of cans or the pack of bottles. Oh, you see my cat? There's my kitty cat. That's Blossom. All right, so definitely saves us money buying 2 liters over the small packages of drinks. Let's see, eating at home versus eating out. I know that's one that everybody says, but it is so true, because it's going to be at least $20 for us to go get the cheapest thing we could possibly get eating out. Eating out is a luxury. It's a privilege. It's a necessity sometimes when you're just in, if you're just having one of those days, or you just, sometimes it's a necessity. But for the most part, we eat at home. We don't eat out. When we are doing outings, like we're doing like a, field trip kind of thing, if we're going to the zoo, if we're going to the park, we pack our lunch. Unless I specifically have money set aside and we want to, buy something while we're out, go picnic, go buy a pizza and go eat it at the park. Unless it is specifically budgeted for that and we've got that extra money, we pack a lunch. We make sandwiches. I've kind of got making sandwiches down to an art for our family. The way that I package, we usually do deli meat sandwiches, and the way that I package that and have it ready for us to put together when we're out, I'm kind of proud of how we've got that. We've managed to get that down to an art for our family, so it's easy and simple and we don't waste a lot of stuff. But yeah, plan ahead. We pack our lunch. We hardly ever buy lunch out. We got stuck so many times where we were out running errands, or it's like we wanted to go do something fun with the kids, go to a park, go do something, take the kids to go do something fun, and we're around a mealtime and we end up eating out and spending money we don't have because we didn't plan ahead. This could kind of go for clothing or food, but we skip on the brand names when possible. There are some things that we don't skimp when it comes to the brand. Like we're brand snobs on several things, but for the most part, unless it's one of those specific things, we try to get store brand. If it's something that we're not, everybody's not going to have a fit over, we definitely get the store brand, and a lot of times there is no difference between the store brand and the name brand. So where you can, get the store brand. Something I do, we've got a water fountain at work, not like the water fountain where you press the button, but like the 5-gallon or whatever gallon jug in the dispenser. We have a water dispenser at work where I work. I will fill my water cup. I say cup, it's like a 30 ounce, not one of the tumblers everybody's going crazy over right now, but I do have a 30-ounce cup at work that I fill up with the water fountain at work. And I use the water fountain. I don't bypass the water fountain. So if you have a water fountain at work, I suggest you use it. Along with the food, I use coupons. I use the store app for the store that we grocery shop at. And then like if it's Walmart or something, I will use Ibotta, and I'll put the link to my Ibotta if you want to look at that. If you've never heard of that, it's almost like rebates. It's a coupon. I mean, you're going through and clipping coupons basically, but I clip all of them. You're supposed to go through and like clip the coupons for what you're fixing to go buy. And if you have it clipped before you put in your store card or the credit card that you have stored, you can link it to the accounts. It will give you that money back. So like we go grocery shopping and I've got all my coupons clipped and there was a couple of things that had coupons. The next day I'll get an email that said, you earned $1 or you earned 10 cents, whatever, it's random. But I go through and I clip the coupons. If we're going out to eat, I will open up the app for whatever restaurant we're going to and I will clip the coupons. Little Caesars, I don't know if you know this, but I always order on their app. And there's a little icon on the top right of the screen when you open up their app that says today's deals. And when you click on that, it will give you like 5 or 6 different deals of percentages off or something free or buy one, get something for $1. There's always some sort of deal on that app. So anytime we're eating out, anytime we're grocery shopping, I use Ibotta, I use the store website, I use the restaurant's website or app. And if I'm not getting a discount on what we're eating right then, I'm getting points to add up to get something free when we go back. McDonald's is one that I use all the time. I never order McDonald's without using my app, at least scanning it to get the points, because their points go rack up really, really fast. So next, we eat leftovers. We eat leftovers. We are bad about wasting leftovers, but for the most part, we try to eat our leftovers, and I plan for our leftovers. If by like day 2 we haven't eaten the leftovers, if it's something I can take to work and reheat for myself for lunch, I will put it in freezer bags or freezer containers or something and throw it in the freezer. And then on a work day, I'll grab it, take it with me, let it thaw, and use anything. I very rarely have had anything that I set out at work that I've brought frozen in the morning, set it out to thaw during the day. I rarely have anything that is not thawed enough by lunchtime to fix. So leftovers are either eaten as another meal or part of another meal or lunch the next day. My husband will reheat leftovers for our kids' lunch. Or like I say, if it's not eaten by that second day or going on to the third day, I freeze it and it's lunch for me sometime at work. All right, that's all of like the kind of food specific things. Let me move on to something else. And like I say, this is stuff that we do. All right, using items up before we buy new stuff. I have to get on my kids about this. I am constantly saying, is it all gone? Did you use it all? Are you sure it's all gone? They'll say, we're out of whatever. Like, are we really out of it? So whatever you can think of that kids say we're out of, or, you're putting in the back of your mind that you've got to order more of, or you got to buy more of, make sure that you're using all of it. Make sure you're getting it down to the last drop. Or that could be toothpaste. Make sure they're squeezing all the toothpaste out. My kids and my husband, I think, are worse about this than I am, or I'm just really picky about it. But they'll say that the toothpaste is out, and I can squeeze like 3 or 4 more days out of that same tube that they say is empty, because I get it down to the last drop. I don't go as far as opening it up and scraping it out of the inside, but I do try to go to the last drop of that toothpaste. So definitely we use stuff up before we go and buy new stuff. I'm just going to go down this list. It's not really categorized anymore. Patching clothes when possible. You get a rip in a shirt. Now, I'm not saying like presentable stuff if you don't have sewing skills, but just basic like patching something or, sewing up a little tiny hole, especially in your kids. Like if it's just their play clothes and you don't want them running around with holes, learn how to do a little tiny stitch and sew up a hole so that they can continue wearing it a little bit more. Sew a button back on. Don't try to go buy a new piece of clothing just because it's missing a button. Please watch a YouTube tutorial on how to sew on a button. It'll save you a lot of money. But we do that, and my kids have learned that if they've got a hole or something my girls can kind of sew a little bit and do that themselves, but they know to hand it to me and let me know that it needs to be fixed so that I can sew it. You know, you have like a tank top that the strap breaks on, you can sew that back on. You can, it don't have to be pretty, especially if you like get it on the inside and sew it on the seam. If nobody's going to really be seeing it, it don't matter if it's pretty if you don't really know what you're doing. But learning some basic sewing, patching skills, which I do have some of those basic skills. So we sew holes up, we put tears back together, we put buttons back on, we use it, and we don't get rid of it just because it's got one little flaw that can be fixed. Multitasking errands. When we are out and about, we're going past the store. Oh, I'm going to need to stop there. You know, I was going to stop tomorrow, but we're already here, so let's stop now. And it saves us another trip the next day. If I need to stop at the grocery store, I'm going to do it before I come home on my way from work, instead of going home, getting everybody together, going back out and doing it, or having to do it at an inconvenient time. If I need to get gas, I'm going to get gas on my way home from work or on my way to work. Usually after, because I'm in such a rush on my way to. Unless I'm out of gas, I'm not stopping on my way to work. We combine things. It's like, oh, we're going this way. And I try to think before I'm leaving the house, if we're going to a certain place, what all is around there that I could do while we're out. And I'll gather stuff together to take, or, you know, get my list together for stuff that we need to get at different stores that are in the same area. But it's just second nature. Oh, where are we going? Oh, we can go over here too. We can get this while we're there. It's just multitasking. Try to get it all done at one time. That's not so much of a saving money thing as it is, I think now, is a saving time with 3 kids, and I don't want to go out with 3 kids all the time, so I try to get as much stuff done at one time as possible. But it does save you money. It saves you gas from having to go, you know, run from place to place and go across town all the time. Wear it out before buying new. Yes, definitely. This kind of goes along with the patches and sewing things and putting buttons back on. We wear stuff out. I have clothes that I have, honestly, let's see, I'm not gonna lie about my age. I am 36 and I have clothes in my closet. I promise you, I could go pull stuff out right now. I have clothes in my closet from high school that I wore in high school. It might be out of style. I've tried to get rid of everything and take my 14-year-old's advice and get rid of things that are out of style, but I have some pieces that don't really go out of style that I've had since high school. I've got stuff in there that I've had since before I had kids. My oldest is 14. We wear our clothes out. My husband has shirts that he has had for probably the same amount of time. I don't think there's any high school clothes in there for him, but definitely some from, like, you know, 10 plus years old, some t-shirts and jeans, maybe not his pants, but I think there's some t-shirts that are over 10 years old. So we wear our stuff out. My kids know that we don't just get rid of stuff for no reason. They either outgrow it, or it is so stained and got holes in it and tore up that nobody's going to want to wear it. We have stuff that we'll be getting ready to send to consignment, and my girls, I'm like, no, we can't. Mostly my younger daughter, I'm like, no, we can't send this to consignment. Nobody is going to want to buy this with all of these stains and holes in it. You know, this is trash, or we make rags out of it or something, or she can cut it up and make clothes for her dolls. But I'm like, nah, that happens quite a bit. Shoes are wore slap out. Shirts and pants have holes in the knees. My youngest daughter is bad about wearing holes in her leggings. You know, socks are filthy from wearing them outside. You know, we do try to keep our clothes nice, so that we don't have to continually buy new clothes. But play clothes get wore out quick. We definitely run through the clothes, and that is intentional because I don't want to have to buy new clothes all the time. I don't wash my car that often. That might be embarrassing for you. You know, if you have a job, or, you know, you have to keep up appearances for whatever reason, you have, you know, whatever the reason, you've got to keep your car clean, and you've got to keep it looking super nice all the time. You know, maybe you've got people riding in your car. You've got, I don't know, for whatever reason that you have to keep your car looking super nice. Then, you know, by all means, do what you got to do. But for me, it's just us riding in my car. I work at a very small office. I don't let it get nasty, but I don't go to the car wash every week. You know, we don't spend $20, $30, $40 on the car wash where they wash it themselves. You know, I will run through a $10 car wash. You know, we've got the ones around here where you run it through the car wash. $10 I think is the cheapest at the one that I usually go to. And then you can go and vacuum it out yourself and wipe it down yourself. I'll do that versus paying $30 or $40 to let somebody else do it for me. I mean, that'd be nice, but that's not what we do right now. That's not what we can afford. Again, I don't let my car get nasty. Right now we're in spring. We've got the pollinating happening. I just took my car through the car wash. I think it was last week. Vacuumed it out. Got all the pollen off of it. It was disgusting. We live on a dirt road off the main highway, so it gets muddy. It gets dusty. I don't let my car get filthy. But I know there are some people that keep their car spotless. They wash it every weekend. If you have to, you have to. If you don't, like me, I don't. I don't wash it that often. We keep it maintained, but we don't keep it washed and spotless. I've got 3 kids, so the inside definitely does not stay spotless. This is kind of getting random and jumping from thing to thing, but I don't buy a bunch of new cleaning products. We have figured out what works. I know what cleaning products we use. We use the basic stuff. If I can get an all-in-one cleaner that works for multiple things, I do that. I try not to fall for all the gimmicky things, because you get cleaning stuff that you use once or twice, and you pay $6, $8, $10 for a bottle of something, and you use it twice, and you're like, didn't really work no better than the off-brand, store-brand stuff that I was using before, and you just go back to your normal stuff. So we try to stay away from that. If that's what makes you happy, go for it. Like I say at the beginning of this video, I'm not saying you have to do all these things. I'm just letting you know some stuff we do. So we just stick with the basic cleaning supplies, and it works for us. Oh, I missed one of the clothes ones. Hand-me-downs. We do hand-me-downs. We definitely, we accept hand-me-downs from other people. We hand-me-down our clothes. My hand-me-downs are stopping now because I've got 2 girls and then a boy. I've got a 14-year-old, 9-year-old girl, and then a 2-year-old boy. So hand-me-down stopped after the 9-year-old. And now my 9-year-old and my 14-year-old can wear some of the same clothes. So the hand-me-downs kind of stopped there too. But where we can, we hand down. I think we're at the end of our hand-me-down stuff. But like I say, I accept hand-me-downs. If somebody says they got a box of clothes for me, I'll take it. I'm picky about what I keep a lot of times because we don't have space for a ton of stuff. But I will definitely take it. I give and I take, and I definitely like some hand-me-downs. And another thing that's not just clothes, but we buy used. At the consignment store, I sell my stuff at the consignment store, but I also buy from the consignment store. I am not ashamed to buy some used stuff. There are products and things that I will not buy used. There are some clothing items, and I've told my girls, and my husband knows, there are certain things that we do not buy used. Undergarments being one of those. I don't know. I'm just, nope, can't do that. But a lot of things we buy used. We turn off lights when we leave rooms. I try to make it second nature for my kids. They have not learned it 100%, but if we're not in a room, the light doesn't need to be on, the fan doesn't need to be on, and I try to make sure everybody in the house follows that. You leave a room, you turn the light on, turn the lamp off. You don't need this bedside table lamp on if nobody is sitting on the bed. I don't know, if you need to walk in the room, turn the light on. So that's one thing that I'm really pushing, because every little bit helps with the electricity. I think everybody is hurting with their electric bill recently. So turning off the switches, turning off, unplugging things that are not being used, and making sure the TVs are not running when you're out of the room. I'm a stickler on all that stuff, and we have tried, especially recently, to really cut down on all that stuff. We kind of slacked on it, but we've been really trying to stick with it. Turn it off when you're not in the room. Oh, another one on the clothes thing. You may think this is disgusting, but we wear our clothes more than one time. Especially if it's like me going to work. I work in an office, in my own room. There are some days that I don't even come in contact with other people. No closer than like me to my office door, like 5 or 6 feet away. There are days that I don't come close to anybody because there's only just a handful of us in our office, and I have my own office with the door, and I'm all by myself. So like this top, if I wear this to work, and I didn't come in contact with anybody, I didn't leave the office, I ate lunch in my room, it's not dirty for me. I'll put it up, I'll hang it up, and I'll wear it again. I'll wear it at least twice. My jeans, I'll wear them, same thing. I'll wear them at least twice before I wash them. It saves on the laundry. It saves on the wear and tear of the clothes. So if it's not germ dirty, like you go through the times like we are now where there's a lot of people sick, and just germs are passing around. If I know I've been around somebody, like I say, like today I went to the office and I didn't leave the office. I went to work, I came home. But if I had went to the grocery store, went to Walmart, whatever, I probably would not hang my shirt back up. I would wash it before I wore it again, just to cut down on the possibility of any germs. But like I say, if you feel confident with it, hang your clothes back up, put them back up, wear them one more time. don't wash them after every wear if you can help it. And I've told my kids the same thing. We use our towels more than one time. I let them know, when your towel is clean. It just dried off your clean body. Let it dry and you'll use it on the next shower. Do not put that towel in the dirty clothes if you've only used it one time. Same thing with their, if they wear like a big hoodie and they've just been wearing it around the house, just lounging around in it, or like their pajama pants that they've just been wearing, or a pair of shorts that they've just been wearing around the house for a day. Do not put that in the dirty clothes. You can wear it one more time. So I'm constantly, wear it again. Do not put in dirty clothes. I'm constantly saying that. All right, I think I had about 20 things. My last thing that I had on here, we haven't been following exactly here lately, but there's been times that we don't buy disposable anything, like hardly at all. Paper plates, plastic spoons, plastic cups, even paper towels. There was quite a while that I didn't even buy paper towels. I would keep one roll of like emergency paper towels for nasty stuff. That here lately, I don't know, it's just been so hectic. Our schedule has been crazy. It seems like I'm going to a doctor's appointment with somebody from our family. I think I added up the last like 7 or 8 weeks. I have not had a week without a doctor appointment for somebody in our family. It's just been hectic. We've got so much stuff going on, so we've not been following that exactly. It's been a long time since we've done that. Like when my son was born, we did the disposable stuff just to save on the dishes, to keep from having to do that with a newborn in the house, and cut down on the dishes. But we've had a really hectic few weeks, so we have been buying some of the paper plates and stuff. A bunch of paper towels just to cut down on laundry of, the kitchen towels and rags, and cutting down on the dishwasher running, not having so many dirty plates and stuff. And it's especially easy for the kids to grab a paper plate, get a snack, heat something up, throw it away. I'm not saying you should do that. If you're totally against that, don't. But there's been times that we have never, it's been years since we bought disposable stuff like that. But sometimes you're just in a season of life where you need it. For me, I felt like it was a waste of money, unless it's, a time like it is now when I feel like we need it and it helps our sanity. I'll spend a couple extra dollars on that to save my sanity. But most of the time, if you can help it, it's just a waste of money. It's a convenience. All right, so that is it. I could probably sit here and think of some other things. Hopefully this video helped you and one of these ideas resonated with you and you can apply it to your life and help you save a little bit of money from here on out. So that is it. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video.